Ladies and gentlemen, let's argue between the genders, because this is going to cause one. So the question of the day, fellas, talking to the men, is the question, not the women. This is not about how women feel or think about this. This is how men think. When you married her, she was a size 6. Now she's a size 22. She don't want to work out. And she says, love me as I am. Would you stay or leave? Now, I'm going to preface this by saying this is merely a choice that anybody has the right to make, male or female. You have a choice, and nobody should force you to make any decisions that you don't want to make. And if people don't like your decision or your thought process, then that's their problem. It's not yours. You always have to think, am I trying to please me or am I trying to please the masses? Only person that you need to please is you and the person you decided that you want to be with for the rest of your life. But here in this situation, the person who you decided you want to be with for the rest of your life, they got an attitude change. They got an attitude problem, in my opinion. It's one thing if she was trying, but then she got thyroid issues or something of that nature. But the attitude of love me as I am, nah. And you don't want to do any work to fix it. See, I believe in fixing issues, fixing problems. So if when I met you, you were a size 6, and this is a real me, just to let y'all know, this is a real me. When I met you, you were a size 6. I express when I meet people. Well, I'm not dating or anything right now, but what I'm saying is when me and Angelina met, I let her know I have a size that's too small, and then I have a size that it becomes too big. You in there. You ain't too small, you ain't too big. I'm not going to stay with too small, I'm not going to stay with too big. It's just not going to work. Because now, visually, because I am very visual, you are now unattracted to me. Visually, every time I see you, I am not thinking about any other and more important things. I'm thinking about the fact of what I'm looking at. So sexually, I'm not attracted to you. Mentally, I'm looking at you and I got a problem. I got an issue with it. Yeah, you're a great person. You're an amazing person. But I cannot overlook what I see. Unless I become a blind man and a man with no arms and I can't even touch you, then I'm always going to have that thought. And that is a thought of frustration. And there's no point in living a life being frustrated. Now, because I work through logic, if she develops some type of medical situation where she just gains all this weight and it doesn't matter what her diet is, doesn't matter her exercise, then I can understand that. I'm there for the long run. But this is a personal decision. I don't want to work out and just love me. That's a personal decision that the person is making for themselves. And look, I've been through the thing. I got 3 kids. So I've seen the baby weight come on, but I saw the baby weight come off. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse whatsoever. And one thing that women may not understand about most men, and I'm saying most women may not understand about most men, is that when a man marries a woman, then he is looking for that woman to relatively stay the same as when he met her, because that's what he fell in love with. He is not looking to change her. He is not looking for a whole bunch of changes. If you started out cooking, he's looking for you to continue to cook. I know a man who's married. He's been married for about 30, 40 years. And then once the kids all graduated and left, the wife said, I'm not cooking anymore. The fuck? You was cooking before the kids came. Now all of a sudden you want to stop? Now I know they got a bunch of other problems, but that's a problem that's self-created. When I met you, we was going to the gym, you was eating good, we was exercising, very active, and now 20 years later, you done got lazy and you done let life change who you are. Well, the change that you've made into who you are is not somebody that I want to be with. See, if I had met you and you was already that way, then I would not have engaged with you in the first place, because you and I were not on the same frequency. So it would not have worked. We would have never dated. And that's the concept that's the part of it that people can't seem to understand, is that if you were a certain way when we first got together and then you change polar opposite of that, I would have never been with you in the first place. So me losing my interest in you would be a natural thing because you are not now the person that I would have even considered dating in the first place. And I've been through that where I met someone, they played the role for a year, year and a half, and then all of a sudden the real them comes out. It's not who I want to be with. So I'm not going to be there. So toodles, bye. So yes, I'm out. Because that is not just about weight. Trust me, if they doing that, it's a whole bunch of other things that they've changed. And the same thing go the other way, ladies. This is not just about women. You got a man who was a certain way when he met you. And then all of a sudden, years later, he want to let himself go and get that big ass bellies and all that kind of stuff. And he want to stop romancing your stone. He stopped dating you. He stopped doing the little niceties and all that sort of thing for you. You need to kick his ass to the rocks too. Because nobody got married to be with the polar opposite of what they would actually want to be with. So y'all have a great day and let the arguments begin. And always remember, you got to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.